Excuse us, we had a few technical difficulties, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start this Life in Football podcast episode off. Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Feed.
And this your coach, Cole Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Top-notch coaches all around the world. Top-notch coaches all around the world. That's right. We got a top-notch coach on. He goes by the name of Leroy Frederick. And he coaches at Alcorn State, baby. I'm talking about them Braves up there in Mississippi. And they balling out of control. But this coach, he has a lot of experience. I'm talking about from junior college. And he was at Alcorn before, but he had to leave at a short stint, came back to Alcorn, and they winning championships on top of championships. They was winning the championship when he was there the first time. And being that I played in the SWAC and I played at Alabama State, now we was doing our thing against Alcorn State all the time, man. We were balling on them. But now Alcorn tearing up the scene. And Coach Leroy Frederick is about to let us all know what's going on and how he has became to the way, to the place that he is today. But without further ado, I'm going to quit running my mouth and let the HBCU king of the South, or one of the kings of the South for HBCU football, come on.
Coach, I want to jump right into it with this virus going on this year, and they pushing the football season back. How did your team, or more so, how did the DBs
this is a little disappointment. Especially from the one senior in the room who happens to be from Polk County, Torrance Wilson, Kathleen grad, shout out. But then the realization that, okay, cool, we're just going to rock in the spring. And it's funny, man, you guys come on and we get on here, and 10 minutes ago they just released the schedule for the spring. So, it's buzzing again. What went from, gloom and gloom is now it's buzzing again. It's not that far away.
Yeah, because I was just telling somebody today that pretty much August pretty much about done, and September, October, November.
Yeah, because we're not going to go past the Thanksgiving holiday with the protocols and everything that's going on. We're going to make it through this semester because everybody here is going to do what they're supposed to do with the protocols, mask, and handling their business. And then once we get to the Thanksgiving break, our universities put in place students won't be returning after the Thanksgiving break. So the next time they'll be back on campus will be January, which is when we'll have our guys, and we'll hit it in January just like we would have hit it here for 2 days.
Coach, now I want to hear how you ended up at Alcorn. Now, not to mention, I noticed that you was at Alcorn before. You were there one time before, you left, and now you're back. And every time you done been there, it's a championship in the making going on. And I just want to hear, your story and how you ended up there.
Man, it's crazy, and I appreciate that. I need to write that down and make sure I get it to my head coach. Make sure he keep me around. It's crazy because I got here in the state of Mississippi from an old Polk County coach, Tim Haddon, who's at Haines City. And I used to come through and recruit Haines City when I was at a junior college in Kansas. And me and Coach Haddon formed a friendship, man. And the next thing you know, he got the job at Pearl River Community College here in Mississippi, and called me up and was like, hey, man, you ready to get closer to home? Leave Kansas and get on down here. And get down here, working with him, come across the late, great Steve McNair's son, Steve Jr., which in turn links me to my head coach now, Fred McNair, which is the older brother. Forged a great friendship, working relationship, and man, here we are.
Now, Coach, I love everything you just said, and not to mention the kind of hill like you go from this one place and you go to the next spot, and it's like the whole time your career is like a step, like a ladder. You just going up, and just to know that you continue to grow. I'm just ready to see, what this spring gonna look like and what the team's gonna look like as well. So, Coach, if you could just give us a little insight on how it was in 2014, 2015, because I think Coach Willie Simmons, he was there right then.
Yes. Yep.
How was that year and going and winning the championship?
Man, that year was absolutely crazy for me, coming from a junior college, 2 junior colleges. Actually, back it up, 3 junior colleges. I was at Fort Scott Community College, took the OC job at Hutchinson Community College. From Hutch, came to Pearl River, and from Pearl River to here. And the one amazing thing about here was that I was not ready for was just the absolute love for Alcorn State and anything attached to Alcorn State. With that being said, the football love was just tremendous. And it was just one of those seasons, man, where it was championship or bust. That for the program. Either we win it or the program takes another step backwards. We win it and the program takes 5 steps forward. And we won it. And it was just, man, that getting goosebumps thinking about it now. That was just amazing. An amazing ride in 2014. The kids brought into everything that we were asking them to do. We didn't have any curfew problems. We didn't have any in-class problems. None of that stuff. They were just focused on winning a championship. And we won the SWAC and won the national championship in that year. And, man, that was amazing.
Now, Coach, I want to ask you about this Juco Run because me and Mike, we went Juco in Ellsworth, which is in Iowa. But I got a best friend that went to Juco at Fort Scott for a little bit, but his dad passed, so he came back home. His name was Travis Baker. And for some reason, I feel like you recruited him, but I'm not sure.
Bartow. Trav. I'm talking about,
out of Bartow.
Travis, the running back from A1 Park. Yeah, Trav. Brett Biggs, all them dudes, man. Yeah, them my dudes.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Because they used to always tell me, say, man, the guy that's recruiting us, he real cool. But after you just said that about Fort Scott,
I love Brett Biggs, man. It's crazy. Chino, Chazio, and man.
Yep.
Yeah, all them guys, man. Crazy story how I got that job, man. I was coaching over at George Jenkins, and that year the offensive coordinator came in, had just left Northern Illinois. He gets the job at Fort Scott, second semester, calls back. It's like, man, I was impressed with the way you coached, how you handle the kids. I got a job for you. Well, at that time, I'm still playing Arena League, so I got to make a decision. Do I want to play or do I want to coach? And he was willing to work with me through my last couple of years of playing, to where he was like, you don't have to get that up. We can work it out. That's a spring league. I just need you to do X, Y, and Z, and we can work from there. So, we worked it out. And then it was kids like Brett Biggs, Will McDonald, Chazzy, all those kids. Man, I came to Polk County and got down. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, you did. You had the whole squad. You had the whole squad out there. It just rung a bell when you when Mike went to telling me all these names, because I didn't get to catch that part.
Yeah.
But it seemed like God just lining just like Mike said, it's a ladder, and God just lining you up. You went from Jeans to JUCO to D1,
man,
just like
blessed. Not just saying blessed. Those kids, man. Back when I was coming through the county, like I said, I'm from Mulberry. We didn't know any. The only junior college we knew about was Polk. we didn't know there were junior colleges playing football back then. And then once I got the opportunity to get in, man, I just felt like it was for me to reach back and give them cats the opportunity that myself and others, so to speak, didn't get to be able to go play junior college football. You ask anybody from the 90s, man, if they knew anything about junior college football, all them guys will tell you they didn't know anything about it other than Polk. That's what we knew, Polk, Hillsborough, St. Pete, because that's who played basketball, but they didn't play football. So it was. I really believe it was a blessing for me to meet Verdugo and for things to go the way they went, man. And Brett Biggs, man, Brett Biggs really propelled that thing into something big. Everybody did, man. Nobody left there without their 2-year degree, except for unfortunate situations like that. And then I still, every time I see Prince Hickson, man, I want to choke him. The trick is, man, and because you want to wait. The trick is you got to beat that first 2 weeks of homesickness, and then you good, And,
exactly.
Prince Hickson is probably, and people probably gonna get mad, but he's probably one of the best, not the best quarterback I've seen at Lakeland in what they do. Prince could run it, he could throw it, he was a leader, and had to have him, went and got him, and the 2-week homesickness got him, man. He came back and for a short visit and never made it back, man. Every time I see him, I want to choke him.
Coach, on top of everything that you were just talking about, let us in on what's going on for what you're looking at for the SWAC or the championship. Okay, now I know y'all gonna have a season in the spring, so will they still have the championship, and how is everything looking up? Because I think y'all supposed to play 7 games, I think. So if you could give the people a look of what the spring football see. Because to be honest, for everybody who don't know, the SWAC was the first conference that said, hey, we going in the spring.
It's actually going. It's a 6-game schedule. So you'll play everybody in your division, and you'll play two from the other side, and the championship game to follow that. First game starting on February 27th. I actually put it on my Twitter, the schedule. So when we get back here in January, as we were putting together probably 10 minutes ago, actually when I talked to you the first time, we were sitting there and we were looking at the January calendar as far as when we can get together that first time in January and start conditioning and getting ready for February 27th, man. Alabama A&M, right out the box. We got to go to Huntsville.
Hey, man, you know what though? That's pretty cool what the SWAC did. Out of all the conferences, I love how the SWAC handling their stuff, man.
And even though everybody talking about it, and they forgot we were the first one to say this is what we doing.
Right. Even though it is at the end of February, but actually that's the best way to do it. And now just looking at everything, because me and Simo talk about it for the guys trying to go to the NFL, but so got to look at, man, y'all, that's usually around recruiting time and signing day. Well, the good thing is it's going to be started after signing day, but so how's all that going to take place for that?
Right now, we're in the process of trying to figure out high school-wise who's doing what and when they're doing it, and then who's going to allow you to be at a game, who's allow you to come into school. The good thing that we did, we went through when this thing first happened, man, we watched so many recruits. We got so many guys lined up that we were able to watch highlight-wise, Zoom met about, and now, it's to the point to where, okay, all we need now is make sure you got that GPA core and you got that test score, and we'll figure out the rest. If they do what they what everybody thinks is going to happen, this may work out even better for us to be able to get out on the road, see more guys on Friday night, and be able to line stuff up for those guys to be able to come in and say, you know, okay, we can trip this kid to this game, we can trip that kid to that game, you know, and still, well, not trip, but be able to have it in place to where first Wednesday, if they don't move it, then we still lined up. You know, we still good with the guys that we got. The guys are still good with us, and you know, business as usual.
Coach, man, you giving us some good information, man. I'm sorry for if the people hearing it a little popping, because I'm hearing it, but man, this is a great interview. Man, we're gonna have to get you back on again, man, because the information you provide about the game, the schedule. And then, man, I might have to catch one of them games myself. I usually catch me one of the Bama State games every year, so I might try to get about two at least, maybe 3 games, you know, what y'all doing it in the spring, because that actually prime time coming in. It's going to be cold, but that's going to be when it starts back to warm it up a little bit. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor to you, and I'll give you an opportunity in closing to speak to the people about, you know, what you guys have going in the future or anything that you may want to speak on.
Yeah, real quick though to you, I want to tip my hat. I appreciate you pronouncing our name correctly. It's not Alcorn, it's Alcorn. I appreciate that. And then, you know, secondly, Bama State come to us this year. So, I mean, you know, it won't be no big thing, man, to get you in. I'd love to have you down, man. Y'all come on through. Bros Elite brought a van of kids down last summer. Hassani and, you know, the bros, they came through, and that was a good thing, man. The whole staff got to meet a bunch of Florida kids, Polk County, Hillsborough. So, you know, I'm steadily laying that groundwork for the crib, trying to get cats out, give them the opportunity to lead the crib. You know, the crib's gonna always be home. You can always come back, but it's no, you know, why not come see a Montgomery? Why not come see a Lorman? You know, why not go see a Jackson? Come back home, man. Stories to tell for years, you know. So I'm really excited about what's coming up. About this thing with life in football. You know, I told Stu, I told him I was jealous, man, all the work he getting in with y'all, man. It looks great. And it's something that's needed for the county, man. And I appreciate what y'all doing. And if there's anything I can do to help amplify the brand, move the mission, man, let's do it.
Yes, sir, Coach. I appreciate you. Y'all, that was Coach Leroy Frederick. He coming out of Alcorn State. And I'm telling y'all, yes, man, if y'all don't know, Alcorn got amazing football team. If y'all ain't been watching that Celebration Bowl the last few years, man, they been in it. And they stayed in the SWAC championship. They doing an amazing job. Coach Fred, right. Coach Fredman now, his staff, man, they doing an amazing job. I mean, even from Coach Hart to Coach McNair, Alcorn just keep rolling and keep rolling and keep rolling. And I ain't gonna lie, my heart, I be hating on it a little bit. I be wanting my Bama State Hornets to shine like that. So, you know, I can't show nothing but love, man, and say I appreciate everything y'all doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all like I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. It's the Life in Football podcast. Catch you next time.
Yeah.
This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football.